I've walked this path back and forth in the studio since I was a kid. I was always curious to see what my dad was working on. My father always welcomed us to the studio, and it was always something magical and stimulating to see what he was making and to also be invited to make things. The air in my dad's studio is filled with optimistic curiosity, adventure, and the excitement of building and making new things. It was as if my father was searching through his own layers to find things, and we were invited to be there. We were invited to look around and to find things, to explore. It was very exciting. There was art all over the house. My sister's art, my father's art. I remember seeing my mother's art at my grandparents' house. In our house there is art from relatives from all different ages. When I was a kid, I loved the fact that there was nudes all over our house and that there was this kind of creative freedom. Both in the studio and at the dinner table, there was an atmosphere of openness. Conversation was frequently intensely involved with feelings and emotions about things that had happened or were happening in our lives and around the world. We worked on things, and the emphasis wasn't on results, it was on an exploration. I like to get lost in my studio. When I get lost in my studio, the only way I can find myself through the painting process is by following my own intuition. To allow myself to really adventure into the unknown, I've got to let go of preconceived ideas. I might see something, the surface appearance is something, but when I look further into it, it's immediate how much I don't know about it. You can say it's a cliche that the river exists past, present, and future all at once, but when you literally walk into that environment, it's a different perception and feeling of time and space. I always worn camouflage since I was a kid, first playing war, but really enjoying the adventure of disappearing into the woods. When I paint on the river, I not only delight in the painters who have loved this river, but also delight in the adventures I've shared here over the years with family, friends, co-workers, and lovers, as well as independent explorations. People have used the phrase dreaming awake, and in some sense this seems to describe some of my own aspirations in the studio and even in life. I feel fortunate beyond words to live in a place that celebrates creativity the way Bucks County does.